5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the final episode of the I Digress podcast. This is your season finale, episode 12, and we thought we'd have a little reminisce of some of your favorite segments / episodes. Throwback to Project Midnight, the episode where we captured everything to do with our stories to do with race. I encourage you to go back and listen to that. I know Neil couldn't take part as much as he wanted to, but he definitely missed out.
Probably wouldn't have been my area of expertise, Rob, let's be honest.
You know what? Neil's a brother at heart.
Thanks, man.
We obviously have Neil's segment, everyone's constant favorite. He comes up with some wackiest games questions. Hopefully he's got something in store for you on the finale.
Well, we'll find out.
We've had the foil hat segment where everyone's been losing their minds. £20 a pop. You can still buy your foil vest where it protects you from those pesky 5G signals. Just check out Ice Carbon on Depop. Big Boy Bambino's updates. That's a new installment that we're trying to continue now and then. Just topical. Might even have a little segment in there today. And then everyone's favorite, the D&D special. I know Neil loves it.
You're just not very good at it.
Wow. And of course, the topic that everyone heated, it is Fat Lives Do Matter.
Amen.
Something that seems to come up frequently, God knows why.
It's important.
You're probably wondering who we have on today, and I tell you, we have the best guest we have had on this podcast, all the way making this podcast the first international guest we've had. It is Parth.
Barcar.
No, I thought Parth would be a nice little finish.
You just didn't want to give him a second name.
Like Kong.
He's not like a stage attraction.
No, Parth, tell us a little about yourself.
So I'm Parth. I own the Indian Railways, the rails in India. Been going around, traveling around, looking at the world in my rail journey, and I'm just here to look at what Neil has to say about India, because Neil loves India. And I love Neil. So we have some interesting stuff we'd like to go over.
Oh,
so yeah,
I can't
that's me.
wait. I honestly can't wait for your segment, Parth. It's going to be definitely one to remember. And of course, it is the bearded king, the wizard with blue eyes.
Green.
Sometimes green.
Mostly green.
He is the mustache with the bash. Your female protagonist. It's Neil Methlin.
Come on, man. You've done this like 20 odd times now. Just you know what? You've stopped calling me a dog kicker.
It's the finale. I thought we'd go with all the positive notes just because I kind of made you guys wait like 2 hours. And
yeah, you did. You were really fucking late.
For those who don't know, it's currently midnight in Parthland,
also known as Mumbai, India.
Not to be confused with Bombay Sapphire. That
Bombay, sorry.
Is made in London.
Yeah, it's really interesting because everyone in India loves Bombay Sapphire because they related on more of a nationalistic level, I guess. But then it literally says like London's gin on the bottle. But it's so it's weird. It's something. It's not weird. It's something. Something.
That's something we definitely need to bring back. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive straight in.
I digress.
That's where that bit comes in. No.
That's where it plays.
Oh, no.
Right, guys, it's our first topic of the evening. It is Travis Scott recently deleted his Instagram over the Batman costume that he posted for Halloween. Apparently, it was reminiscent of a cockroach, and he got trolled hard, so he deleted his Instagram. What do we think, Parth?
I don't know. I feel like I deleted Instagram as well, but then I get it back. However, but like if you look at the situation as a whole, I mean, I think Travis Scott deleted it because not because he was getting trolled. I think there's some big announcement coming. There's probably a new album, maybe something along those lines. I don't know if it's just him deleting Instagram because of trolls.
You think it's just a big publicity stunt?
Yeah, for sure. Because I googled it. Everyone googled it, and
Yeah, that's true.
it's got to be something deeper.
When I looked it up though, I actually only saw it from it was in memes basically, and it was just people compared him. It was like had him. It also had like you know the moth memes went around for a while at the start of the year. Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just them two standing next to each other. It was pretty good, just like him and King Moth.
It's
And
good.
like, it's just weird. Like also, it's like he's gone as Batman, but it's a brown suit.
Yeah.
Like I don't like Batman doesn't have a brown suit.
I don't know. It might be like his evening attire.
I mean, yeah, could be.
Just when he's trying to get like all those sort of colorblind folks. He's just trying to blend in with the walls.
But I'm like, why a brown one? Like, is
I
it
don't
supposed to
know.
like you know how some people do like Halloween costumes that are
Yeah.
like puns as well?
Yeah.
You know, like in Friends, there's a bit where he goes as Spud Nick because he's like a potato with a thing in his head. It's like a pun. I was like, I don't know whether that was supposed to be like Batman
brown
brown
bat brown
Yeah, you know,
baseball.
that's the one. Bombay. Oh, I thought we were just doing alliteration.
I'm just saying words.
Yeah, I thought we were just doing alliteration.
Oh no, we know that we shouldn't do the word association.
No,
That definitely should not be recorded.
but yeah, Travis Scott. As far as that, I think it's great, and yeah, pass on to something. I think he's a fucking genius. Travis Scott is.
He's playing the long game.
Do we think it's kind of like internet bullying though?
Well,
to an
he's
extent.
He's just been cyberbullied.
Cyberbullied by like
his account.
masses, yeah. And everyone's just sort of taking it as a joke, even though it's kind of a serious issue.
Nah, he's fine. Like he's in the public eye all the time, and it's just,
Does that
it's
make
just
it
people,
okay?
it's just people
Yeah.
making fun of his Halloween costume.
He's got really nice cars. He can just take a drive. It's fine.
That's
It's
part
not-
of the mental health
Yeah,
issues.
just go on. Not to be confused with the people who can't take drives.
What should they do?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got what are those two cars he's posing with? They're good cars.
Yeah, it's like
They're also
Hummer.
brown.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
They're
Hummer.
also brown.
He's
A
matched
Land
the
Rover?
cars with his suit. I'm very impressed.
I wonder if he's done that on the spot or if he's just planned the suit around the cars. I don't know. I wonder which way this has turned out.
He probably just went. You would like pick out like a matching outfit from your cupboard. Do you reckon he just goes into his like massive car garage and he's just like, well,
Yes.
I need all my brown cars, and he just goes and picks them out.
Yeah, because why would I go to a party with a black suit when my cars are brown?
Exactly.
Is he still with Kylie Jenner?
Nah, they broke up ages ago.
No,
Saying
but
that,
they're
I'm not-
together because of the new kid. You keep seeing him on her Snapchat stories and stuff.
Oh,
or her
really?
Instagrams. Yeah. He's just like smoking in the background with the kid just in Kylie's lap. It's really.
Do you
I
keep
mean,
up to
it's-
date a lot with Kylie Jenner's Snapchat path?
No, I actually
Yeah.
I opened the Daily Mail website
Oh, okay.
once.
Once.
And
Once.
once, and the front page was just like Travis Scott, in Kylie Jenner's house with the baby. Why? I love the Daily Mail. That's probably not what it was, but it was something like that.
I think you're just a massive Tory and you just love the Daily Mail.
All the way from Mumbai.
Yeah,
Tory Parth.
it's just an Indian
Checking
Tory.
in. If Parth had the right to vote, he'd be like, yeah, starve all those children.
Right, Rob,
Nah.
give it.
I love children.
Well, let's go to the next
I mean, with a third of Britain obese, I think it might do, right?
Hmm.
I might remove that. Okay. What's our soundbite going to be?
We haven't decided yet, doesn't matter.
I don't know, because this is
Okay.
like the next segment.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah.
that? Yeah, okay.
Well, whatever we've decided, here it is.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
All right, guys, we're going to be moving on to our next topic. This is a little tag game style, sort of Neil-inspired segment that I've got for you guys. It's
Love it.
going to be something for you, Parth, you, Neil. It's going to be called Trump Quote or Kanye Quote. I'm going to read you some Twitter pieces that I've found.
You know what we should have for the soundbite?
Yeah.
Just find some really good soundbite of Trump from like the last week losing the election or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
being
I'll
like,
definitely find
because
something.
he was tweeting like in all caps, being like, "I won this election
Stop
by
the
a
count.
lot." That was literally his thing, just like, "I won by a lot."
By a lot, yeah.
It's like he sees the millions and he sees a lead. He's like, no, stop the count, stop the count. I've won.
Yeah,
I'm ahead.
do
Any other vote is illegal and
do
it's
we have
probably
a
fraud.
section today to discuss the election? No.
I think we should just drop that in.
Yeah.
Either your segment, your end segment, Parth segment. We can definitely
We'll work
dive
it.
in.
We'll work.
Or even now, to be honest, but let's dive in after this. So Trump or Kanye, you tell me. I'm just going to read some tweets that have appeared in the past year,
Okay.
just to make
ready.
sure it's there. Right. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke.
That's Donald Trump.
Right. Neil says Trump.
See, I think that's Kanye because I don't think Donald Trump would say that in the last year, just because he was president, right? But then again, no, it's fine. I think it's Kanye though.
It was Trump.
Boom. I'll admit, I actually didn't know that one. I thought it was one of the funnier ones that I've seen in the past couple of years.
It's kind of true, though. I mean, as much as
Rob,
Trump,
no, it isn't true.
it is kind of true.
Oh my god.
I mean, Diet Coke isn't exactly, just drink water.
I drink Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you're fat, Neil. Yeah, right. Move on. That's fine. We've got that one done.
Okay, here's the next one. Also, for anyone that has money, they know the first rule is to use other people's money.
What was the last one? Did we get it? Yeah, Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Trump.
I'm going Trump again.
I think I'm going Kanye again because that's something. Yeah, that's Kanye.
It was Kanye.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
1-0, baby.
Is it not scary? That kind of makes you think that these guys sound very similar, but not to be confused with very similar.
Different.
So here's the next tweet for you boys. We want to innovate and we will win someday.
We will win Sunday.
Someday.
Someday. Okay.
I think you want me to think this is Trump. I think it's Kanye.
I know, man. Do whoever.
I think it's Kanye. I think it's Kanye because it's just Kanye. Because
And also because he's such a genius.
It
Yeah,
was
he-
Kanye.
yeah.
He will win someday. I mean, 2024, we can probably vote Kanye in. He's probably going to run.
Can you put like a big?
Biden?
Can you put like a game show sound, like a big like bling for like a tech or like, if we get it wrong,
There's
like a
gonna be- There's going to be some fun background music in this one, I think.
excellent news.
Oh, great. Right, here's your next one, boys. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault.
Trump.
I wanted to be Trump, but I think it's Kanye.
No, I'll tell you, that's so Trump.
I want it to be Trump. Like if it's Trump, I'll be happy.
Neil
But
thinks
it's probably-
Trump, Parth thinks Kanye. I can tell you, it is Trump.
Yes!
The guy's got a dummy thick IQ.
Dummy thick.
Oh man.
All right, here's the next one. The doors may be heavier, but I promise you, we will break them. What's that even mean?
Can you? I guess. Like, the only thing I can think of is that fucking clip that's DJ Khaled being like, you rip off the door hinges
Just
and put them in the fuck boy's hands.
sort of put them- and you're like, but wait, how are you breaking the door without putting effort? He's like, nah, no else.
I'm going with Trump. Because I think.
I'm going with Trump. I'm going with Trump because of the wall. The wall. It's about the wall.
Both think Trump.
Yeah.
Things about the wall.
Yeah.
I can tell you, it was Kanye.
Does it give you any context?
No.
Oh.
These are just standalone tweets that
What
they've
was
not
the
even
tweet?
said
What was
in
it again?
response.
What was the tweet again?
The doors may be heavier, but I promise you, we will break them in capital letters. It just like these are all standalone tweets. He's not even. It's not even a response to anything.
What a
It's
fucking
just
hero he is.
these guys are. All right. My Twitter has become so powerful that I can actually make my enemies tell the truth.
Oh, Trump. Easy.
That's Kanye. Because Kanye is all about the truth, isn't he?
Okay, he does love
He
the
does love the
truth.
truth.
He does love the truth.
Nah, but I think that's Trump like sitting there typing away.
Oh,
and
just being like, oh yeah. Could be Trump actually. Yeah.
being like, oh, fucking wee rocket man. I can get him to do what I want and everything.
I can send world peace with the power of my thumbs. It was Trump.
Boom. Ba-ding. It's my wee tick noise that I'm gonna get in there.
Oh my days. Okay, so you know what? President Obama closed down the flights from Ebola infected areas right now before it is too late. What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't like how difficult this is.
Huh.
You got a couple more. This is crazy. It gets better.
You can go first to your path.
Oh, see, it could be like I'm trying to logic it out, but if I do that, I just get lost because it could be either one of them. But I think it was Kanye, because I just think it was Kanye. Yeah, Kanye. But yeah, it was Kanye. I'm gonna say Kanye.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Trump. I'm gonna go with Trump again.
This is a weird one, boys. It was Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, addressing President Obama, it's just weird that Kanye is very likely just to say these things as well. For instance, next one. I have no interest in working with anyone who is too important or too good or too traditional to take a call at 3 a.m. Never know don't know what type of call it is. Who knows?
What about a call 3 a.m.? Give me it again.
I have no interest in working with anyone who is too important or too good or too traditional to take a call at 3 a.m. I'm trying to read it with the punctuation here. It's
Kanye West. That's what I'm thinking.
Sounds like Kanye, but at the same time, I think Donald Trump sleeps for like 3 hours per night, so it could be Donald Trump as well.
I mean, he does have that 6 spray tan. That's definitely adding like a couple hours to his age.
I'd just like to say, by the way, Kanye West got, I think it was in Vermont, he got 1,266 votes.
That's not bad
for president. Pretty good, I thought.
That tweet was Kanye.
It was
crazy,
Kanye.
yeah.
Have you ever seen the video? And if you haven't, for everyone listening as well, if you haven't seen this, go away, watch it, and come back. Like, it's a video online. I think maybe Vice or something did like an animated version of it, and it's Ninja from The Antwoord telling a story about when he went to Kanye's house. Anyway, yeah. So it's like Kanye like invited him over or something, and then sits him down and like puts hardcore porn on the TV. Kanye
As
does.
if it's normal.
Yeah, and just sits
So
there and
casual.
speaks to him, and Ninja's just kind of like, what the fuck's going on? And then like apparently they go and play basketball at Drake's house and stuff.
Oh, before that, you were just like, hey, do you want to try some of Kim's baking while watching intense hardcore porn in the background?
Like, yeah, anyway, it's like, so, I mean, the Antwoord are a bit sketch, so, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, but yeah, go and watch this video. Just literally look up like Ninja, or just go on YouTube, like Ninja Kanye West or something. Saying that might bring up some super cool videos of Kanye West being a ninja, which I'm absolutely here
All
for.
down for.
I'm here for that.
I tell you what, though, here's a hard one. I bet you don't get these ones. So here's another tweet. It's at Katy Perry. Katie, what the hell were you thinking when you married loser brand? There is a guy who has got nothing going. A waste.
Oh, I know that one.
Here we go.
I'm gonna wait for Parth first.
That's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That is Donald Trump, isn't it?
Like, why is he picking fights with Katy Perry?
Well, I'd argue he's picking fights more with Russell Brand.
Fair. Or
Katy Perry, yeah.
Yeah.
This one you'll struggle with. I'd like to address the false stories and noise that have been engineered.
Kanye West. I think it's almost too literate. I think it's too well said
For
to
the
be Donald
president
Trump.
of the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah, legit.
Or ex-president, I should say.
I'm going Kanye West. Kanye Omari West.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
I'd like to address the false stories and noise that have been engineered by the media.
Ooh. See, I've seen this one, but I don't know if it was. I think it was Kanye West, but I'm not sure. Yeah,
It
but
was
I'm going.
Kanye West.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, this is the last one, boys. I think you will be fine with this one. I bet you fucked this up as well.
Okay.
Sorry, there is no star on the stage tonight.
That's it.
That's it.
Sorry, there is no star on this
Star
stage
capitalized tonight with an exclamation mark.
tonight. Kanye? I'm saying Kanye again.
I'm just gonna say Trump because I've just been wrong this whole time. I just want to be right.
I'm gonna put in a little bit of suspense music here. And yeah, there was. We'll hear right after these messages.
Coco Bay!
Coco Bay!
I'm still trying to get through to Aldi so they can sponsor us, but so far, nobody's got back to me.
because you can tune in for one ball of Cocoa Bay and subscribe to the Patreon to supply us with money to buy better equipment
And Cocoa Bay.
and more Cocoa Bay.
Yes.
Woo!
Anyway, Rob,
Cocoa.
give us the fucking answer.
And the answer, it was Trump.
What
Oh
is
my
it?
god.
I don't even know.
Victory just
It's not even at anyone. It just what's he saying? He's just randomly tweeting people, just being like, "There is no star on the stage tonight. I guess the world is a stage."
it could
and
be
he's the artist.
could be about the NFL halftime show. Yeah, because he's really against the NFL. He hates the NFL.
Oh yeah, he really doesn't like them kneeling for the anthem and stuff.
Yeah, but they're meant to be playing football, aren't they?
Yeah, Rob, you're right. Of all people that I would expect to really not like them, you are up there.
No, I just don't understand NFL, but I respect anyone who wants to kneel. Sometimes standing up just gets tiring. You just gotta get down on one leg.
Hmm.
I kid. For anyone who gets triggered.
What are your thoughts on that, Neil?
My thoughts on what? On kneeling for the anthem?
On kneeling, yeah.
Oh, I
Kneel.
mean, so do you mean so on kneeling in general? I'm.
I think he's making a pun.
No, yeah, I know. But I'm actually against kneeling just in general. I'm all for kneeling in protest, but I actually because of how fucked my knees are, I actually can't kneel very well on like a hard
Ironic.
floor, and so that's just the irony that I have to live with day in day out. That I'm Neil who can't kneel. Can you put in some sad music over that as well?
Yeah, I'll play in like a little sad piano.
Brilliant.
Everyone just I really want to just throw in a didn't ask.
Oh no, that would be mean.
Neil can not kneel.
Thanks, Parth.
Wise words from our
There you
guest
go.
Parth.
So I'm going to take us on. I'm going to move us on into everyone's favorite section, allegedly, that still does not have a jingle.
Right, but we do have that little thing that I'm going to add, and the audience knows what I'm talking about.
Wait, are you going to put that in this episode? Because you've been talking for a long time about how you've made
Yep.
a song with all of my stutters.
Well, no. Yeah, if you heard the last episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. The audience knows.
I don't know if I've listened to the last episode. I haven't listened to the last episode.
Oh well,
yet.
you're in for a treat.
Oh, what did you do?
You just have to listen.
Oh fuck! I can't believe I have to go and
I
listen.
told
I
you,
was
bro.
there.
You have to listen to post edits. Post edits really make the show.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
Right. Okay. So
Welcome to my world.
New segment. I'm on my way.
This is new segment. You are now
Where he
listening to
talks
Newspeak.
about
Enjoy the
whatever
story.
he wants. Where he talks about whatever he wants. A new segment.
This is new segment. Enjoy.
yeah. So I guess that's going to be there.
Cue the music.
Cue the music. So my segment this time, I haven't really come with any sort of like game or anything this time. I just wanted to have us talk about the one good thing that's happened in 2020, you could argue, which is like Joe Biden being elected. And also just what you guys think about the fact that it's likely that Donald Trump is not going to concede his presidency, which is what every other president in the past has done. And just the fact that this is probably going to go on for a long ass time. And Trump's going to be like, I'm not giving in. And also just the fact that he's alleging all this voter fraud and just how ridiculous it is. That's all. I just want to talk about that because I think that I really want to get Parth's views.
Yeah, Parth, you fire away first. You're the guest.
So the way I see it is how does it benefit me as an individual for any of them to come into office? And Trump, these guys are these are the kind of guys who are in power today.
Yeah.
Extreme sort of like right-wing, forward-thinking, conservative men who run the show. And so when it comes to these people, it's always going to be about power and showing your power rather than it's not really about the presidency anymore, is it? It's more about the individual and how he takes, how he looks at power and how he gives up that power. So so a guy like Trump would never want to give up that power,
Yeah.
and conceding for him is not an option right now, because he's got all these people, all these Americans. I mean, more than 70 million voters, I think it was, who are backing him up. That's like the second highest count in history. So when you have many people behind you,
Yeah,
you know, you have power.
Donald Trump, 71 million legal votes, the most ever for a sitting president.
Like, the thing is as well, like, I can see what you mean, Parth, and you're saying, like, you know, how does it benefit you as a person and things? But, like, I guess it's just better not having raging, racist, homophobic, sexist pig
All the titles.
being, like, the most powerful man in the world, allegedly, even though it's apparently, you know, puppet by Vladimir Putin. But, like, you know, they said that they interfered in the election, but it's just like, I know what you mean as well. He did make the entire presidency about him. Like, he made the entire thing about him, and everything was like a personal attack on him. The impeachment, everything. He was like, this is just, you know, the crazy fake news media trying to, you know, try to paint me in a bad light, trying to paint me in a fluorescent bulb that's not a natural one, because apparently that's the reason he looks orange. Like, you know, it's just fucking...
It's just a healthy glow, Neil.
But
I
just,
don't know what you mean.
But just, if you take a step back and look at it, like, he's literally tweeting on election night being like, all of these crazy random votes, and there's all this fraud. Like, Twitter are flagging them, saying it's fake. To take a step back, it just doesn't seem real. You know?
I've literally never seen so many tweets just being flagged, or just being like disputed. The claim about the election fraud is disputed in nearly every single tweet.
There was a thing I saw that was like apparently Fox News or something. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been Fox News because they're up his arse. But it was like, it was like CNN or something were just putting up the headlines that were just hilarious. And because it was things just like Trump plans to go to Supreme Court, reason unsure. Like, I'll see if I can find a few of them just now.
Just like, yeah, it is just insane. The man is so power hungry. He's willing to clasp onto any sort of notoriety he's built up. And in doing so, he's just going to cause the civil war in Washington. It's madness. And here's me thinking Washington was like a very neutral state, and there's probably people with guns standing outside voting offices just waiting for people to leave. He's a madman.
I don't know if this is real, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I don't know if this is real, but there's just a bit here that says from this website that reads, on Friday, musical genius Stevie Wonder told Philly.com, if you had an emergency situation and needed to go to the hospital and you had to get there right away, would you want me driving your car? Pointing out Clinton's experience compared to Trump's. This is from this must be from the last election. But Stevie Wonder apparently was basically quoted saying, voting for Trump is like asking me to drive. Which is pretty great. I'm trying to see any other good ones. Sorry, Parth?
We're speaking about Trump, the Nobel Prize for Peace nominee.
Yeah, he wasn't he, at one point?
Yeah, I think it's because he managed to get North Korea to actually shake hands with South Korea.
Yeah.
And have like a border cross for the first time ever. And I'm just wondering, really? Did they have to give him the award?
Yeah. I found some of these CNN read. One is like, breaking news, Trump complains that mail-in votes are being counted. Because, you know, it's just a fact.
Oh, yeah, no, once he's won, you gotta stop counting.
Yeah. Another headline from CNN. On TV, these are coming up. Without any evidence, Trump says he's being cheated. And then the last one just reads, Trump blames polls for current election status. Like, he's not wrong. You know, that is the reason. But, yeah, man, just...
I love CNN. CNN and BBC, they're the two. They're so wildly anti-Trump. It's actually, they make it funny. I like that.
But even Fox News had to get to a point where they were like, yeah, Trump's not winning.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, you gotta know when the ship is sinking and just be like, yeah, we gotta jump before we get taken down with this crowd. It's a whole different shift.
Having said that, right now, as we speak, Fox News has their headline as pushing forward. Trump team vows more lawsuits in key states this week as top Republicans mum on projected Biden win. So Fox News, I mean, there's all this like madness on one side, and then there's Fox News saying, Trump is pushing forward with these lawsuits. It's so funny. Like it's crazy. The world is going to it's very funny.
It's very weird that this is reality and this is the most powerful country in the world with the most influence, and it's just like a sitcom. We're just like sitting there like, what's going to happen next with the Trump show? But
see, I just think it's actually funny how the BBC covered it compared to other like American ones.
Yeah,
the American ones were just going to be like, oh, and Trump is alleging voter fraud, and there isn't really evidence for that. It's a bit, we're going to look into it more. But the BBC were basically just reporting on it, being like, without any sort of evidence or claim, Trump is alleging this, but that is completely untrue. It was just kind of really, it was just kind of polite.
Just on the point.
They're just going to be like, that's not quite true, Donald.
It's just there's no other way to, like, even the people that support, like, yeah, but now you're taking an attack on the American system, and even as a Republican, it's like you can't take on America's Constitution. Even they draw the line there. Even Fox News has some lines. It's madness. But talking about the presidency, Joe Biden wins, but above that, even above Biden's win, Kamala Harris is projected to become the first female Black Asian American vice president-elect in the U.S. history. She's literally breaking records.
Yeah, she's like it's a Jamaican father and like an Indian mother or something, like, right?
She's a proper diversity all in one. And she's going to be the elected vice president. It's going to tick so many boxes for the entire nation. I think it's a good game changer, something that's going to represent a fresh breath of fresh air for America, especially coming off the orange peel.
God, that fucking triggers me as well. The number of times in primary school and stuff, you just have people being like, Neil orange peel. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Ginger.
But I'm not! Like, oh mate, honestly.
Oh, no, my bad. Fucking sunset.
People used to say it, man. To be fair, like, I never used to show that it bugged me, but I was just kind of like, fuck, man. Like, what does that even mean? Neil orange peel.
Neil orange peel. I'm clipping that.
No.
That's going to be on the audiogram.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's too good. Neil orange peel.
What have I done? I couldn't be fucked coming in with any more effort
I think that was good.
I've had some good ones in this series, but I'm out.
That's a nice way to round it up.
Take us in the next section.
Actually, I might make that the soundbite. Neil orange peel.
Just that.
No.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking listen anyway, am I? So
yeah, you're missing out, man.
I'm here. I'm here for it.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
So, cue intense music. Parth, this is your first time. Neil, he's a bloodied veteran. This is the final installment of the D&D special for this season. Parth, and I'm all for it. Neil, are you going to change your character, or are you still the space wizards that is Eli Booker?
Was I a space wizard? I thought it was space cowboy.
Started off as an elf, and then you went into space wizards, and then
space cowboy.
Okay, so are you still a wizard or just space cowboy?
Just space cowboy.
Space cowboy Eli Booker?
Yep.
Space cowboy Eli Booker. What is your
Eli
special
Booker
ability?
Shepherd?
You get one special ability.
Milk.
Eli Booker. Eli Booker. Space cowboy shepherd.
It's double-barreled.
Milk. The milk is
no, the name Eli Booker Shepherd.
Oh.
The whole thing.
Oh, I thought you were like a cowboy shepherd.
No, I'm a space cowboy.
But called Eli Booker Shepherd.
Yeah, kind of like a space. It's kind of like in Firefly, kind of like that. Space cowboy.
Shepherd.
Very Mandalorian-esque as well,
Special ability. Parth, this is
fine,
this is your first time. You need to choose your race, which can be at this point anything you want. We've had giraffes on this special.
See, I thought they were doing away with those races. I want to be a raceless dude.
Raceless guy. I mean, yeah, Sure. What's your name, raceless dude?
And also, what would you like your pronouns to be for us to use?
Pronouns are going to be Z and Zer.
Z.
No, Z and Ziz.
Ziz.
Z
Yeah,
and-
Ziz. Yeah, Z and Ziz. No, I don't like that. I think I'm just going to stick with XES.
XES.
Zez.
Yeah.
Got it.
Zez.
Zez.
What's your name?
Raceless guy.
I can even be an ability that completely inconveniences.
Can I
Eli
change my
Booker
special
Shepherd.
ability?
No, you're milk.
Damn it!
You've lost your changeability curfew.
Snail-like movements.
Snail-like movements. Right.
I'm not
It makes
sure
sense.
that will come in handy, but snail-like movements. I'm all
'cause-
for it.
I'd like to change my special ability to be that I can overrule the dungeon master, which I assume is you.
No, you've got milk.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Which
Milk.
I'm not. It's very vague. I'm not sure if you shoot milk, produce it.
Oh, you
or-
don't know. You'll
you know
see.
what? Milk.
You'll see.
It's there. Right, time to put on the D&D specialty hat. Intensify. Okay. You're now joining us on this journey. We are joined by Eli Booker Shepherd, the space cowboy.
Spice Cowboy.
Spice. Yeah, no, it's like an
Space.
American space. Spice cowboy who has the special ability, milk. Does he shoot it? Does he produce it? Does he simply wish it into existence? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? And his partner, the raceless guy.
The raceless guy. The raceless guy.
Yes. Who has the special ability of snail-like movements. When will it come in handy? Who knows?
You know what's fun? If you get an American to say Space Ghetto, it
Sounds
sounds like a Glaswegian saying Spice Girl.
I love it. Everyone, say it now.
Space Ghetto. See?
Spice Ghetto.
Space Ghetto.
Spice Ghetto.
See if you say like in like an American accent, Space Ghetto.
Spice Ghetto.
It sounds like
Space Ghetto.
it sounds like a Ouija
Space Ghetto.
saying Spice
Yeah.
Girl. Anyway, that was just
Anyway.
that's a little fun little side.
And we're going to be walking through the enchanted forest. Eli
In
gets
space.
in
Before we start,
Stop
I need
interrupting
to
Park. Stop interrupting
I-
Park.
I need to ask the Scottish people a question.
Okay,
Can
that's
Scottish people say burglar alarm?
burglar alarm.
Can you say it?
Burglar alarm.
Oh, is this like the purple burglar alarm thing?
Oh yeah, purple burglar alarm. That's right.
Purple burglar alarm.
Oh yeah, it's fine. All
I'm
right,
quite satisfied.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad
that's
you
pretty
know,
good.
Eli Booker Shepherd and the raceless guy managed to get these sort of questions out of the way before we started the quest in the green room.
Mhm.
Let us begin our quest in the enchanted forest in space. I'm not even sure how the plants are surviving, but we'll roll with it. So, we take 2 steps into the enchanted forest in space. Obviously, Eli Booker Shepherd has a space helmet because he's a space cowboy, and the raceless guy does not need air to breathe. For Zess has snail-like movements. We take 3 steps into this forest. And a trap! Eli Booker Shepherd has his foot stuck. The choice is on raceless guy. What do you do?
I turn my foot to milk and I take it out of the trap.
Raceless guy's move.
No, I've told you what I've done.
You've
I'm
rolled.
using my milk power.
You've rolled
You-
a 7.
Good.
This was ineffective.
But what? No, that's not. That's not
The
how this
milk
works.
power splashed you, and now you can't see.
No, that's not how this works.
Raceless guy.
Raceless guy always has the way out because raceless guy. So the raceless guy uses his snail-like movements to leave a trail of slug or slime over the trap, so it gets a little bit, a little bit looby.
A little bit what?
A little bit looby.
Just a bit looby.
Raceless guy. He rolls a 17. His snail-like movements lubing the bear trap incredibly slowly has proven effective.
Fantastic.
Eli Booker Shepherd is out of the trap. We now continue our quest. Raceless guy is now suffering from an extreme amount of thirst after using his snail trail snail-like movements. Eli Booker Shepherd is concerned. What does he do?
Milk.
Like you milk him?
No, just milk.
Milk.
There is just milk. I just like that.
Eli Booker Shepherd rolls a 20. The milk is super effective.
Yeah.
He has now created a tsunami of milk incoming. and will drown everyone in milk. Raceless guy is quite satisfied in the quenching of milk.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
But
Love
now
the
we have
milk.
a new problem of you potentially might drown. What
In
do you
space.
do? In space. The milk is in this enchanted forest, potentially drowning you
In space.
in space.
How can it drown
In
me?
space.
I've got a helmet on.
Yeah, it's not effective against milk.
Okay.
Oh,
So
man.
sorry. So what's the next option?
What do? You're about to drown in space
Well,
in the
I-
enchanted forest because you've
Well, I'm not about to drown.
produced too much milk.
I can breathe milk.
No, not
It's my power. This is my power. My
Raceless
power
guy's
is
about
milk.
to drown in milk that
I don't
you've
care.
produced.
I need saving.
What are you gonna do?
Zest
what I-
needs
Zest needs-
saving.
Yeah, it's saving. So what I will do, Rob, the dungeon master, is I will conjure a raft.
Mm.
Actually, no, I won't.
Space raft?
No, I will conjure a section of a door, much like the one in Titanic that Rose sits on,
Mm.
made from milk,
Oh, okay.
but solid milk.
Right. It's like
Uh,
cheese.
No, just you got those wee milk chews when you were wee, and they came in like
Yeah.
a Chewits kind of size packet. Yeah, it's made
Familiar.
from those,
Okay, it's made from like the little
and
milk chews. Yeah.
and then I Parth can ride the milk wave.
Okay.
Snail-like movements.
Sorry,
Onto the milk cheese.
fucking snail
onto it.
snail.
Eli Booker Shepherd rolls an 18. This is also proved effective. He creates this raft made out of the milk chews, which Raceless guy with his Zest's snail-like movements
There we go.
aboards the raft. And now they are riding this milk tsunami in the enchanted forest in space. They come across the Titan.
Sorry.
And now the Titan. That's his name. It's a space dialect you wouldn't understand.
Okay.
What do you do?
I conjure up a milk translator,
Mm.
who can translate the dialect for me.
Parth, or should I say Raceless guy?
You should say raceless guy.
Snail-like movements towards the space master, space titan. Snail-like movements.
Okay,
I
okay.
have no idea what you're even saying now, Parth.
I tell you what, Eli Booker Shepherd rolls a 4. His move is unsuccessful. He immediately gets swallowed into the abyss of. Raceless guy is now left alone. He has
Raceless
rolled
guy.
a 14. His snail-like movements enchants the beast and sends it into a deep sleep. Raceless guy is now the only person in existence within the enchanted forest riding
What happened to me?
the milk. You got eaten.
What?
Yeah, your move was heavily ineffective.
Oh, I zoned out. I was texting Paddy. Wait, I got
Our
eaten?
sponsor. Yeah.
Nah, not
Sorry.
okay. Nah,
The monster has devoured you.
no, he hasn't.
And Raceless guy is now surfing the milk
Can I not like
in the
roll?
face.
Can I not like roll to escape?
Yeah, no, you rolled heavily ineffective. You rolled a 4.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You didn't see it.
I did.
Can I milk the monster?
Oh, you're dead. You got chewed up. Raceless guy is now doing snail-like movements where enchanted the monster enchanted force in space riding the milk on the milk chews that you formed with snail-like movements.
Can
Slow
I
and
not-
steady.
Can I not like reform myself from all the milk? Cause
No.
all right.
And with that concludes our quest.
Well, that was shit.
Who won the race? Not the racist guy.
Not the raceless guy.
Yeah.
At least he's still alive.
yeah. Were you actually just waiting the whole time just to make that joke, Parth?
Oh, Parth was definitely waiting like 10 minutes to squeeze that one in.
Yeah, was actually.
I think you just need to keep the horror like the time of the pause as well.
I was like, is he okay?
Racist guy, man.
Okay, this is moving on to the next segment.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
Without further ado, it is one of the segments that everyone has probably been waiting in anticipation for. It is our guest segment. It is the man who is in India right now. It's probably about midnight. Parth, this is you.
It was
This
midnight
is
an
your
hour ago.
segment. What do you have for us today?
A question for the non-Indians out there, and it's a question really that can never be answered because it comes from a place where I'm from, so India.
Okay.
And the question is, what do you think is the international outlook to India compared to the international outlook from where you're from? So, for example, if I were to say, I think of Scotland before I came to Scotland, before I met, amazing people like you, Neil.
Wow.
Before and you as well, Paddy,
Thanks.
when you listen. No, I'm
So-
joking. Rob's great. So the question is, what do you think? What do you think? How do you think people view you as a country, and how do you view India as a country?
Well, I've always looked at India, and I just think it's a place full of culture. It's a place that's just filled with cuisine. I think anytime I think of India, everyone just thinks, the classics, curry, spice, hot weather. And for me, it's just all food oriented. I just would love to go there, try authentic Indian food. And for me, India is just cuisine or the Taj Mahal. I mean, we all learned about that in primary school for some reason.
So, well, anyway, so my, if you, Robbie, you finished? Want me to go for my outlook? Yeah?
No, I'm good. No,
You're good?
You got
Okay,
an
cool,
outlook.
It's very metropolitan, really, really busy. There's like cars, motorbikes, tuk-tuks everywhere, right? A lot of that, a lot of noise. Also, just load of cricket. Everybody's playing cricket in India.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like
It
crickets
is
the bugs.
No, it is like cricket is a fucking religion there, as far as I'm aware. That's what I'm led to believe. And also, like, I'm picturing a lot of like high-rise buildings, obviously, in these kind of
Obviously.
metropolitan bits.
Especially in Mumbai.
I think it would in equal parts smell delicious and awful. Because I'm pretty sure there are some places.
Yeah, it does. So you could be driving down the road, and every 30 meters you can get a distinct smell. So it could be a restaurant, could be like someone loads of public toilets.
Yeah,
You
like
never know.
that's it. That's kind of where it goes in my head. But I think
odds.
But I think like other people's view of Scotland, I think internationally is probably very romanticized and quite like fantastical. Like I think they're going to see it as very kind of rolling hills and everybody's in
Haggis.
kilts and like a
Bagpipes.
like a super old school
Gingers.
sort of that kind of thing. And I think it'll be like when Americans come over. I remember me and you were at this show in the Fringe one time, and this guy got asked about it, and he stood up and he's just like, "Oh yeah,"
With his chest. He
yeah,
was
he's
so
like,
confident.
"Yeah, we're actually Scottish, so we came over here to kind of see our roots. I'm actually from Clan Macmillan," and it was kind of just like, yeah. Everyone's kind of like, "Dude, you're not really getting this, are you?"
He didn't realize that's the powerful message. He didn't realize he was getting rinsed. And
Yeah,
the joke was about him.
yeah. Like every Scottish person in like the audience was just like, "Oh,
Here
dear."
we go.
It's like when Americans try and tell Irish people that they're Irish, and they're just like, "No."
Oh,
you're
but
not."
we all have a bit of Irish, didn't we? Are
Yeah.
wink, wink.
I love Americans in Scotland. I think Americans in Scotland are a prize. They're like an attraction for the Scottish people because they're so funny, and they're funny in like a not. They don't want to be funny, but they come off as being funny because just the way they are. They're just so American, and it's so evident in a place like Scotland, where people are not as loud as Americans, and then there's someone just yelling away about how American they are, and you just love it. You gotta love the scene.
Joe, I'd really be interested to know what is the biggest tourist group in India? Do you have like a sea of Americans, or is it Europeans, or is it British folk? Like, who annoys you, and who's the biggest tourist?
That's a good question.
So I guess like in India, like the tourists are very, very diverse. So people come from all over the world, right? But no one really stands out. So the kind of people that stand out are not Indian, like non-Indians coming to India stand out. So it doesn't matter if you're white from Europe, America, Australia, no matter where you're from, or you're Asian, like you're Chinese or from Japan. So you're going to stand out regardless. But no nobody in India is louder than Indians. So
Louder.
yeah, no one stands out in India distinctly as annoying because because we're loud enough and we own the place. Like we are the loudest. We're the loudest. We are the smelliest. We are the
You
Fair
really
cursed
smell
enough.
it,
most.
Yeah,
man.
you know, the bro
Yeah. So I mean I said
the
smelliest
loudest
Indian,
and smelliest.
but yeah, loudest and smelliest Indians. So no one really stands out as annoying. It's more of a like, oh, there's new people here, Let's go up to them and see what they have to say.
And is everyone just like, ooh, new person, hello?
Oh yeah. I mean, so one of my friends came over from England, I think a couple of years ago, and we went to this beach. Okay, just a normal beach, and we're just walking on the beach, and suddenly there's like a group of Indians who see this white dude like walking on the beach, chilling, and they're all like, "Man, we got to take selfies with this dude." And then there's like a sea of Indians around us just taking selfies with this white guy because
That's
he's
so
so
good.
different from us. And this guy is like I'm a celebrity, I've come to India and everyone loves me. I'm never leaving this place. It's like yeah. So for white people, it's like a god complex in India. You should come, Neil.
So what
You'd
you're
really
saying
like it.
is,
We need to take Neil to India.
yeah, you're saying I need to come to Bombay.
Yeah, come to Bombay. You're gonna get tons of selfies. People are just gonna come up to you, just
I mean, I
get
do
that.
love selfies.
Yeah, that's kind of great. So does that mean I'll just sort of blend into the background? No one's really going to be staring at me or paying attention to me.
Nah, Rob, it's the same thing. You're still not going to fit in either with the cool group or the not cool group.
I'll just be an outcast no
Yeah, yeah.
matter what.
Like,
They're like, oh, hey, we've seen your color before.
so what
Yo,
did you think about Scotland before you came then, Parth? What were you disappointed?
I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed at all. I was surprised because Scottish people are really kind. I thought they would be all mean and all like really grumpy all the time,
Yeah,
but
good to hear.
yeah, that's what I thought. Like, people wearing skirts and stuff like that. Just general stuff. And
Yeah.
so it was more about the people wearing skirts and people just being like really Scottish and really like grumpy Scottish. Not the
Yeah.
kind of stuff I saw for sure. I mean, my view of Scotland has changed a lot. Like, I mean, it's completely
That's
upside
because you
down
met
now.
bastards like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
I
the
mean,
memory.
now I think about Scotland and I think about,
Oh,
drinking and throwing up on streets and, looking up and just seeing Edinburgh Castle just there. And you're just here, like
fond
under the
memories and
castle. Just fond
PTSD of the
memories.
zombie pub crawl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love
Hey,
Scotland.
what was your favorites? What was the highlights? Tell us more about what you enjoyed the most. And also, I want to know what's it like? What's a regular day in India like? For our audience, there's probably many of them listening who've never been to India, might want even want to be in India. What would you say India's like? What's some myths that you'd like to bust for us today?
So the biggest myth, I guess, that I want to bust is the fact that India is very diverse, obviously. So where I live, I'm going to talk about where I live. So where I live, it's very advanced. Mumbai is like a city where it's actually so much more than just a smelly, noisy, loud place. It's so much more. There's like you could go from one end of the road where there's fancy 60-story high buildings to people just maybe 100 meters away living in slums. So
Wow.
it's that diversity in a
Yeah.
matter of like your peripheral view. So you could step out of a like a really fancy office building and you could step into like a slum. So my daily, if I were to talk about a normal work day, I'd be waking up, at a standard time, maybe 6:37 if I want. Maybe I'll like work out a bit,
All
do
right.
like normal things. Then I'll hop on to maybe a bus to the train station and I'll take a local train down to, my office area. And then I take a sharing rickshaw. So you can share, those tuk-tuks. We call them rickshaws here. So you
Okay, yeah.
So you could be sitting with three random strangers, and you're all on your way to work, which is in like this work complex, and you pay him 10 rupees, which is 10 pence in pounds. Pay him off, get to work, do your work, and then you get back same way. Take that rickshaw, take the train, take the bus back home. So that's like the standard day in India, and
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's in a way it's quite similar to the UK where you're working 8 9 hours a day, but there's a whole another dimension to your journey, which is the journey itself. You look at so many different classes of people on your way to work or every single moment that you're living in India. So you see people who survive on maybe £1 a day to people who
Mad.
make hundreds of thousands of pounds in like a month. And you see all these different kinds of people on your way to work, and everyone's just normal with it.
Minding their own business. And talking about caste systems, India is basically the home of the caste system. Is that still like a prominent thing?
Yeah, it's quite prominent, especially as you go away from the cities. I mean, even in the cities, it's quite prominent. But as you go away, the caste system becomes more of a class system. So if you're in an upper caste, a higher caste, you're in a class that you're allowed to do certain things. You're allowed to dress a certain way. You're allowed to meet people. You're allowed to meet a certain group of people. Whereas in a lower caste, you're probably not even allowed to go inside the backyard of someone's house because it's unsanitary. And it's not because you are unsanitary, just because your caste is unsanitary to their caste. So if someone from maybe a lower caste shakes their hands with someone from an upper caste,
Yeah.
I mean, the upper caste person, if he realizes that he's gonna go home, he's gonna shower, he's gonna change his clothes, and he's gonna pray to God and be like, you know what, I'm sorry for touching this lower caste person. So there are extremities to this whole caste system, to the point where people kill other people in India over caste. But then there's another side. Yeah, but then there's another side, say in Bombay. Right now, I probably have best friends from lower castes without even knowing what their caste is. So
Really?
it really depends on where you are, and marrying your daughter off or your son off to somebody from a lower caste is genuinely a strict no-no. Like it's an unsaid reality, caste in India.
Yeah.
It's an unsaid reality. But I'd say it's more real as you go into the outskirts of cities.
Yeah. As you get more rural sort of thing.
Yeah, as you get more rural. Yeah.
And obviously, as you own the railroads, I'm expecting that you are like an upperclassman who's just very, very generous.
You do own the railroads, that is true.
Oh yeah.
Even
I am literally like tomorrow morning. I could probably stop the railroads overnight.
but he won't because he is a
I
very
won't
kind
because
Because it would
'cause I'm-
cripple the Indian infrastructure, yeah.
exactly, and got to keep the systems running, for the
if
people.
anyone fancies a trip to India, just saying the name Borkar will get you anywhere. It's pretty much like an all access code. Just saying you know the family.
It probably is as well. It's not.
I think
I'm sorry. It's not.
No.
It might be, but it's just be on the safe side. Just get a train ticket. It's fine. It's not too expensive.
I'd love to go Parth, but no,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Actually, it's really cool to get like a actual insight from you and from somebody who actually
Yeah.
lives there. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't know we were going to go on such a deep dive, but that was really, really cool.
I enjoyed that.
Like, yeah, fuck, I really learned something.
Anything else you want to add, Neil, Parth, or are we gonna shift?
I think no, I think we're good, Rob. I think we can move into this last set. Parth, anything else to add?
Like I did with the railroad.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
But yeah, with this segment, it's pretty much quotes that everyone probably just says on the top of their head, and they don't realize that it's actually part of a fuller quote that sometimes kind of means the opposite of what people think the original quote they're saying means. So, for instance, Everyone's heard of great minds think alike. That's a classic saying, but it's actually part of the Fuller saying great minds think alike, but fools seldom differ.
And on whose authority do you have these? Apparently, these are the real ones.
Well, this is according to Cambridge University, so I would say reputable source. You know, I mean,
I don't know if Cambridge
I don't know
decides what
Cambridge.
I want to say, but okay, Cambridge.
It's only the oldest university ever, I think. Maybe
Mm.
Oxford is in contention there, but yeah, no, it's like literally the great minds think alike. But if you are stupid and you meet another stupid person and you agree on something, that doesn't mean you're a great mind.
Okay. I mean,
It's not. It's just such a conversational thing. Like you could be sitting in a group of like 5 people, and then someone says something, and you're just like, "Oh, you know what they say about great minds." It's cute, Rob. I love it. It's just cute. It's something I say. I don't want you. You're ruining it, Rob.
I'm just saying.
You're ruining it.
This is something that people, for instance, jack of all trades. That's something that everyone says, like, oh, I'm a jack of all trades, saying it as a good sort of thing. And turns out that is a good thing still. It is jack of all trades is a master of none, oftentimes better than the master of one. So
Why?
yeah, but no, literally, it just means that, diversify is seen as better even by the full statement than trying to just master one thing.
Okay.
So that's still used
Okay.
correctly.
I feel like I'm not going to use these in their, proper time. I'm still going to be like, great minds think alike. Because I feel like if I was to turn and be like, great minds think alike, but fools, rarely differ or something, somebody's going to be like, fuck off. Like, you're just going to be like,
I don't
"Shut
think you'd be
up."
sitting with a great mind, though.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting there like, you know what? Yes. I like it.
It's just because you're weird. You're the only one that would actually appreciate that.
Yes.
I bet you our sponsor Patreon is thinking about how amazing these are.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Paddy.
P-man.
Any words on Paddy Parth?
Yeah, I miss Paddy. Good, nice guy. Great to call him.
It's all right, Parth. Don't
No,
worry.
I love you, Paddy. Paddy,
We'll take
come
what
to
you
India. Or I will come to you.
Yeah, it's probably best. You probably get out of breath.
All right, Rob, give us the next one.
And the next one, curiosity killed the cat. That's a known one. But what they don't realize, it's curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, which is meant to be saying that curiosity is a good thing, that you should really get involved with your curiosity.
Satisfaction, though. As in, like, so it was so curious that
It was
it
satisfied.
found out.
Yeah, it's satisfied by what it found with its curiosity
It brought it back.
from the dead.
But what if you never find out and you're just curious the whole time?
These sayings aren't like all encompassing. They're just sayings that were made by some guy when yesteryear.
Okay, so you've got for the next one, seize the day,
That's the common saying.
but put the least amount of trust in the future.
Yeah, that's the full saying.
So is it not? So is it Latin though? The
Yeah.
original one?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say carpe diem is like seize the day. I've heard,
And the full, obviously it's translated.
but put the least amount of trust in the future.
Yeah.
Like
So then the whole
Essentially-
carpe diem thing is
They had an explanation for this as well. It was basically that you got seize the day, which is obviously like live your best life in the
Mhm.
day, try and maximize it.
live in
But
the moment.
what they're trying to say with the last part is not only capture that day, but don't just go crazy, work hard because you don't know what future can hold.
Okay.
So it's like, don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to throw a mega party because, carpe diem.
Okay.
It is meant to enforce the idea that it's work ethic as well. Parth?
yeah, carpe diem doesn't. Then why would you ever carpe diem
Yeah.
if you don't trust the future?
Yeah, like it's saying like seize the day, but also don't and worry about the future.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. These
Stupid, don't like
sayings
it.
aren't all encompassing.
Veto.
This one
Next.
guy from Cambridge just
Hey, man, don't
messed
look at
it
me.
all up. Cambridge.
Oldest university. I'm just saying they have boats and stuff.
They have boats and stuff.
They have that annual
They do
boat
have
race
boats
at
and stuff.
university,
They do have boats, yeah.
whatever that event is called. I think it's Olympic as well.
No, it's like what you mean, just rowing.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
rowing.
just like
yeah.
boating. And then there's a lot of posh people in hats that drink mimosas, I
Yeah,
guess.
see,
I think.
Parth. He probably got
Yeah.
invited last year.
Yeah, Parth is super
Yeah.
rich.
They were like, "Hey, yeah, Parth, you're so hilarious. Tell me more." And Parth was like,
Railways.
Parth does love to laugh at white people, though. He does.
No, I'd love if he just brings up like how oppressive Britain was to India at one point.
Mm.
I was tempted to dive into that, but I wasn't too sure if it was too soon.
Nah, Parth took me for a biryani one time, and I think that kind of, solved all the...
Yeah, I think we bridged the gap there. 200 years of slavery and a
One
biryani.
biryani.
And I think we really hashed it out. We got our differences out there, and
Yeah.
that was
There was a bottle
basically...
of wine. There was a really nice bottle of wine. £4.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Parth
Yeah.
was just sitting there like, and he's like, this wine, great.
Yeah, loved it. It was really nice. Anyway, Rob, give us our last one.
So we all know how money is the root of all evil.
Yep.
The full saying is actually the love of money is the root of, not to say money itself is the root of evil, it's the greed part. Replace that with anything and it shows you that the greed is the root of all evil.
Of money.
Right. Well, I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to conclude season 2 of I Digress. I'm exhausted. This has been a long series. This one, it's been good, but I think we're falling pretty flat right now, and I need to go and eat. So let's round us up.
Okay. Patron Paddy. Guests Alex, John, Hafiz, Stuart, Cammy, Kirsten, Miriam, Forbes,
Those are just notes,
Victoria.
Parth. Those are just notes. I'm not reading that word.
Okay, you can edit that out.
Oh, I'm keeping that in though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
No, I think Parth's one about.
Well, you heard it best from Parth.
Teachers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God.
This is going to be the final section. We're going to do a bit of shout outs before we get our final words from our guests and our amazing co-host, that is Neil. I just want to give our shout out to the Patreon. He has been supporting us for this entire season. It's Michael Padua, who has been obviously accompanying us on Movember, and he has been helping just buy the equipment, keep this show on the road, and I hope you've been enjoying the progress that we've made.
Emotional
sound
support.
improvements. And he has featured on the show a couple of times. You should check out episodes when you can. And a big thank you, guests that we've had. We have Alex Ajabon, John, Hafiz, Stu, Cammy, Kirsten, Miriam, Forbes, Victoria, Lyle, Paddy, of course, Creamy, Tim, Jeb, Jamie, Parth, our latest guest. And, well, Neil, I suppose you're not really a guest anymore, but I'll give you a thank you as well.
Thanks,
You've been
bro.
great.
You're welcome.
And Parth,
Thank you,
you've
Neil.
yet to be showing your greatness, but we'll get there.
We got
I
that.
want to give a shout out to Trim Too Fresh, 137 Great Junction Street, the guy who gave me amazing fades. I highly recommend them, especially if you have natural hair. You heard it here first. John has been holding him back. Wow.
John.
Oh, you know John Brown.
Oh, John Brown. Yeah.
Say
I
hi,
know
Paul.
John. Hi,
John will
John.
probably hear this. So, pretend you're talking to him and it'll sound really weird from him in the headset.
Hi, John. How are you, John? I'm good, John. Thank you.
Like you answered him back. Very nice.
And just to quickly rattle off before we get our last word, thank you Vietnam, Germany, United Arab, Slovakia, Latvia, Philippines, Canada, Malta, Italy, Australia, France, Malaysia, Ireland, Lithuania, the US of A. We've had a couple of new places: Washington, Virginia, Texas, Illinois, Oregon, California.
Why do you love Oregon?
They've literally legalized every drug.
Within reason, they have.
Within reason.
Decriminalize. I
Real
don't think
life
it's legal.
part.
Yeah, okay.
Take that mushroom, you have a real blast. And in the United Kingdom, I will specially thank Northern Ireland, Lisburn. We have in Scotland, Edinburgh, Falkirk, Dundee, Glasgow, Kirkliston, Alloa 11, and Motherwell. And surprisingly, 51% of our listeners in UK is English. We got Hackney, Herner Bay, Fleetwood, Chorley, Haywood, Newcastle upon Tyne, Birmingham, Coventry, Wigston Magna, Crawley, Sheffield, Ruislip, Morecambe,
Morecambe.
sorry, Axbridge, Leicester, and York. That is all the places. Thank you for all the new people that tuned in. I appreciate all of you. I know we have had a lot of Irish listeners tuning in. I have noticed they are the Republic of Ireland. I do want to make that distinction. I appreciate you guys too. And now I've done all the shout-outs and praises. Parth, you have had the first time to finish off our season, first time on the show. How are you feeling? Do you enjoy it?
Enjoyed it. I really like it. I think it's important to get what you're saying out there to the world and what you think out there to the world and more of a deep context, but it's really fun. I love this. I could do it. I could do it more often.
Well, there will be a season 3 and it will hit off. Little hint. We're going to have the face-off, the century, feminist versus, and we'll finish it there.
I mean, I like to think I'm a feminist, Rob. I think I've...
Yeah, but you kind of like, you've got a dark side to you that really goes compatible with my chaotic energy, and that's why this works well.
Oh, okay. See.
But we got someone who's really going to bring in some attack energy onto this pod show. It could be the Duff herself. Who knows?
Duff.
The Duff.
The Duff themselves.
Got it.
All the connotations that may imply. Parth, how do you want to finish your segment?
Yeah, Rob, that was great. Thank you so much for having me. And Neil, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, making nothing brother of destruction.
Always a pleasure, destruction. We will be back. I will be back. And all three of us are going to make it. Thank you for having me. Yeah, all three going to make it. Yeah. It's pretty late here in India. It's 1 a.m. I have, I've just had a haircut, so...
Looking fly. All right, you're dragging this out, Parth. I can't wait to have you back in UK or us in India. Will be some reunion somewhere. And Neil, what do you have? How are we finishing up?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody that listens. Means a lot to us to know people that actually enjoy these, I guess, because you know what started off as just a wee project in lockdown. We've kind of, well, you mainly have taken a lot more seriously. You put in a lot more time and effort than I do. You actually edit these and stuff, but yeah, just thanks to everybody that does listen. It means a lot, and hope that we can continue to do it. And if people want us to, yeah, we'll just keep at it. So, you know, as always, just embrace the day, people.
And what would this podcast be without a shameless plug-in? Follow the @MyDigress. We're going to keep you up to date. I'm going to think we're going to take a couple months break. See you guys in the new year for season 3. I'm going to be posting each week some throwbacks to some previous episodes, little audiograms. Give them a listen, you know, cycle through the ones that you may have missed. You might find a few gems in there, catch a bit of the story, and tune into season 3. Just like that, I digress.
Oh,
that's
done.
it.
It's pretty,
Still there, Parth.
that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Good fun, right?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I'm just sleepy. Well, I'm going to actually shoot off pretty quickly here, guys, because I'm going to go and eat, and I need to do a pee. So, yeah, that's me. Parth, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, babe. I miss you so much.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that was me trying to speak as well. But everyone that's like, oh, exactly. That was me just trying to speak, and I gave up because you're all horrible. Neil Orange Peel.